Happy New Year, friends! Welcome to the year 2020. This year, the Achievers TV have a lot of amazing packages to bring to you. Today, I'm going to tell you a very interesting story about a famous missionary known as Fr Damian. In the Pacific Ocean, there were many beautiful islands set in sunny seas. One of these beautiful islands is called Molokai. In spite of its beauty, it is a very dreadful place to dwell in because it is being inhabited by lepers. Molokai became a leper colony in 1863 when the government ordered everyone suffering from leprosy to go there. The poor lepers had to obey. Before long, hundreds of them gathered there. Their lot was a very unhappy one. The only prospect that awaits them is sickness, followed by death. Even death is not relieved by the consolation of sacrament, because no missionary lived there. In the year 1867, a priest known as Fr Damian heard of the unhappy plight of these lepers. He was tall, handsome, and healthy, but he was determined to sacrifice all this for the sake of these lepers. He asked for permission from his bishop to go to Molokai and stay there until death. The bishop agreed, and he set out to Molokai in a cattle boat. When he landed there, he met about 800 lepers who were suffering in an appalling condition. They had no shelter, only their mats. Their lot was a very unhappy one. Despair and death looked in the face of every unfortunate inhabitant. Molokai is just a large, living tomb. Fr Damian set to work at once. He began by improving their water supply from the government. He obtained pipings which he connected to the nearby mountain spring. Thus, pure and sweet water was made available for everyone. He wrote to innumerable friends in Europe and also to the government and obtained building material, medical supplies, and food. He built cottages for these lepers, designing and beautifying them with his own hands. He built a little chapel where he said mass for them daily. He attended to the sick and the dying, both material and spiritual. Within 10 years, he was able to transfer the lot of these lepers from a one of dumb despair to a one of Christian hope and resignation. One day, as about 12 years that Fr Damian came to Molokai, he was pouring boiling water into bath. By accident, some of the water fell on his exposed foot. He didn't feel any pain. He did, however, felt shock. He at once knew that he had contracted leprosy. The following Sunday, he came to preach to the people after Mass. Instead of addressing them as my dear brethren as he used to, he addressed them as my dear fellow lepers. At once the people understood. The whole church were filled with noise because everyone was crying. It was a personal tragedy for all. But Fr Damian showed no grief at all because he felt that he had fulfilled what God wanted him to do, and he had done what God wanted him to do, because by then he had erected a very beautiful hospital in Molokai with staff with a missionary doctor and 2 sisters of mercy. They attended to the lepers with great love and care. Many of them were healed, but Fr Damian was not healed. Little by little, this dreadful disease ate its way to his limb. When his death approached, the lepers gathered round him, and they could hear him say many times, "Lord, let your will be done." And they asked him if he could intercede for them, for God. And he said, "Yes, indeed I will. For the people I've sent to heaven before me are gathering round me now." After he said this, his visions dropped, and he died in February 15, 1889.